glasses are kind of...
Whenever you guys are ready.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to Rebecca and Andy's show right now. This is my friend Andi Zolten, aka the Zoltonator, and she's the best mechanic I know. She's an amazing ride partner, and she is going to talk to us today about trail maintenance and everything you need to know. It's pretty irresponsible to go out there into the wilderness without knowing a few things, but it's not as intimidating as you think. So, Andy's going to break down the top 3 trail mechanic things that she sees out on the trail. So, Andi, what do we have? What do you see out on the trail?
All right, out on the trail. So first things first, before you go out on the trail, the first thing, most important thing you can do is do a bolt safety check on your bike. That'll prevent a lot of bad things happening. After that, once you're out on the trail, the top 3 things that can happen are, number 1, the most common thing is that you'll have an issue with a flat tire. Number 2, some sort of shifting issue or a bent derailleur hanger. And issue number 3, broken chain. So I'm going to kind of gloss over the first 2 for today, and then we're going to really hone on to the broken chain thing.
So we're glossing because you already know how to change a flat tire. We're hoping that. And if you don't, you can go on the internet and find that and practice it at home. And it's pretty common. Chances are you've already changed one, hopefully, and know how to do it. And the shifting and derailleur hanger, that's a little more intense. So today, I really want to focus on the chain because that seems like the thing. A lot of people carry a chain tool, chain breaker, but they don't know what to do with it. And I was really intimidated when I started mountain biking because the bike seems really technical and the equipment seems really hard. And so we're going to break a chain. And Andy's going to show us what to do. Like, you can imagine being out on the trail and your chain breaks. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm walking 5 miles back. But you don't have to. So, Andy, well, tell us first, what do you have in your pack and why do you have it? And then we'll get right into if you break a chain.
Okay, so first thing, flat tire. I'm just going to show you all the things you should have with you to change a flat tire. So have you zoom in here. So first thing you want is a spare tube. Second thing you want is a tire lever. Next thing you want is a pump and or CO2. And next you want some tire plugs. Not a bad idea sometimes to carry some tire sealant, a patch kit just in case all your tubes end up having holes in them, and then last but not least, a goo packet or something really thick that you can use as a tire boot in case you get a big gash in your tire and you need to block that off. Second, if you have shifting issues or a derailleur issue, you want to have, first of all, make sure you have a multi-tool with you because that's what you need it for a lot of things on your bike. Next thing is a spare derailleur hanger. Sometimes they come in 1 piece, sometimes they come in 2 pieces. And they're specific to your bike and your model and your year of your bike, so look into getting one of those and always keeping one with you. And, not a bad idea to carry a spare derailleur cable with you as well. Even if you don't know how to change it, someone else you're with or who might find you might know. So, in and on to chains.
Chains. Break a chain.
So, you're riding along and you all of a sudden notice that when you're pedaling nothing's happening and you hear a bunch of bad sounds and you look down and you have 2 chain ends just flopping around all haphazardly. Let's pretend this is your chain. Maybe it fell off your bike down behind you on the trail or the road and you need to go back and get it. So chances are what happened is one of your links bent and snapped and broke and caused your chain to break apart. So in order to change your chain, you need to...
so you would change the whole chain?
No, you would not. Thank you.
You use the broken one.
Yeah, you use
Okay,
the
you can
broken
fix it.
chain, but you can remove the broken part of the chain from
Sweet.
the
Okay.
rest of the chain. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
So the thing you need to have with you to do that is a chain tool, and they come in many shapes and sizes. This is a nice little compact one that you can carry with you in your pack. So what you have to do is, let's say you come to your chain and it's just this last link that's bent, which is usually the case. In order to fix your chain, so your chain is made up of inner links and outer links. You can see the wide ones and the narrow ones. So in order to fix your chain, you need to first make sure that the two ends of your chain is two inner links facing each other. Because your spare power link, which we have an extra one right here, this is also what you want to have carry with you in your pack. This is essentially a single outer link. So in order to bind together your two inner links, you need to have this link, which is an outer link.
So those links too, you guys, that's specific to your chain. So if you have a eagle chain, SRAM eagle, which is what this one is, you need an eagle quick link. If you have an 11-speed chain, you need an 11-speed quick link. So make sure it's specific to your bike and your chain.
Cool. Yes.
Yes.
Because without it, it doesn't work.
They don't go together. It's like a puzzle. They don't go together the right way.
They're too fat, they're too skinny. All right, so right now I'm gonna break a link off this chain. And so I'm gonna have the camera zoom in. And again, I wanna have, this already has an inner link on the inside, but just for the sake of this, I'm gonna cut off another outer link just to show you guys how to do it. So you have this pin on the tool and you seat nicely this chain sitting all the way in to that groove, and then you kind of turn this thing, and it can be hard to turn. So
you want to break it so that you end up with a male and a female end. So a skinny and a fat one can go together. Is that right? You need to take the piece off so you have the right end available.
Correct.
To put it back together again.
Exactly. So
Okay.
in this case, with the outer power link, you need to have two skinny links
Two skinnies. Okay.
facing each other on either side, because the power link is the fat link.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cool.
Skinny fat.
Skinny fat, fat skinny. So you're gonna keep turning, and it's gonna get maybe kind of hard. And don't be afraid. Just make sure everything's lined up. The pin is going right through the middle of the pin on the chain, and you'll hear that snap. And you'll just keep going, and you can see it pushing the pin out there. And you just keep going, and then you feel it get really easy, and the pin has been pushed all the way out. And then you take the broken part off, and you keep it with you, because if you put it on the ground, that's littering. And then voila, you have two skinny inner links facing each other. Everything's healthy, none of them are bent. And then you get your spare power link. Can I open this up?
Yeah.
Cool. And you're going to, this is of course after you restring your chain through your bike, which maybe we'll talk about.
Put the chain on the bike before you put it back together. That's a really good point.
Which might be another short video we should do after this, because
Yes.
that could be lengthy. Not too bad though. It's fine. You can totally do it. So you slide one outer link that direction, and then you take the other end and you slide it this way so they are opposite each other. And then you see how they have this like long hole? So you put it in one side, and then you pull. Whee! So in this case, I like to carry, here it is, this cool chain tool that you don't need. Once it's on the bike, you don't necessarily need this tool, but because this isn't on the bike, I'm going to use it. You just pull. All you do is pull. And it should snap into place. Sometimes if there's dirt in it, it can prevent things from snapping into place super easily.
And when it's on your bike and you pedal, it snaps into place really nicely with just a
Exactly.
little bit of that power.
Totally. Totally. Especially if the link you're trying to connect is like on this up here, not down here, but up here. And you put all your weight on your bike, and it just like pulls the chain, pulls the link into place.
Cool.
Cool.
So let's break my chain
Okay.
and show how to thread the chain through.
Let's do it.
And we'll break it at the quick link part.
All right, let's find it first. You can tell because it's longer and kind of ovally shaped. All right, we found it. Actually, I'm going to put it down on the bottom here. And if you have a SRAM derailleur, you have this cage lock thing.
That's my favorite thing ever.
It's my favorite thing too. So it takes all the slack off your chain, so you can pretty easily get in here and just use this tool, or your chain already broke, let's say, so you won't need to use the tool to make your chain.
Oh, it's so scary to
It
take
is-
it off.
I know.
Ah!
So, putting it on, there's a couple really key things that you need to remember. First thing, the chain goes inside the rear triangle. That's the first thing, because if I don't do that, and it's just around here, and I go and I try to put it around the cassette, I can't. Like, this is in the way. So, put it behind the seat stay. Rest it. I like to rest it on the chain ring here. Make sure the narrow and the wide lengths are lining up with the narrow and the wide teeth. Lay it over the one of the cogs, and then
This is the hard part.
This is the
Running it
hard
through
part.
The pulleys. Which way?
So-
I've totally messed this up before.
it's really easy to do. So your cage lock is still on. There's a couple tabs in here on the rear derailleur, and this is a well-loved bike.
Sorry, it's dirty.
It's real. Dirty bike is a happy bike.
It's making you crazy.
No, it's totally fine. It's a happy bike. I know it gets ridden. You're gonna run it on the inside of this top pulley. There's a little tab here. I don't know if the camera can see it from where it's at. Can you see this tab? Okay.
So it goes in between the pulley and the tab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you
In
go,
that little hole.
it's easy to go on the other side of the tab, and then your bike will make a weird sound, and it won't shift right, and you'll wonder what's going on. So you're gonna run it between the pulley and the tab, and then get the grass out of there, and then and then run it under this tab, between this tab and this pulley, and run it through, and then we are back here in business. We have two narrow ends facing each other, like we mentioned before, and the quick link, which you want to check your quick link. Some of them have directions that they're supposed to go on them. This one goes with the roundy side on the bottom when we're working on the bottom of the chain. So that one's there, and this one is here, opposite each other, and we slot it in to that there, and then I'm going to try and pull with my hands, which never works. So now that it's I'm going to put the cage lock, I'm going to undo the cage lock on here, I'm going to put tension back on the chain. I'm going to, we're not where we were before, so just going to get everything all lined up so I can pedal backwards, so I can get it so that the quick link is right here on top, and then I can either go around pedaling my bike or put the brakes on and step on the pedal, and I think I heard it.
Yeah, it went
Cool,
in. I heard
yeah.
it.
Cool, you'll hear a snap, and that's it seating back all the way in, so it's nice and tight and in its little grooves. This particular quick link you're only supposed to use once, so we did reuse this one, but we're going to change it after this with a non-used one. But that's how you put a chain on. And
That was
fix
so
a chain,
easy.
right?
Like, you'd think
You
you'd
need,
be
like, 2
devastated.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 little tiny things. Now you have Andi's amazing knowledge, so you don't have to be scared if you break a chain. Even better if you come across somebody who needs help on the trail and you're like, I got this. Zoltonator taught me how to do this. Step aside. Because it is really cool. Even if you don't need all this stuff on the trail, it's kind of like you get to be a trail fairy if you have the knowledge and the equipment, and you get to help somebody else and educate somebody else. So what's in your pack, all this good stuff. You already know now how to fix the broken chain. Thanks, Andi. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Boom.